Now, Allah in the person of Master Fard Muhammad is bringing both peoples, Caucasian people and black people residing in the Western Hemisphere, to the ultimate conclusion that physical separation between the two peoples is the only resolution to what many people or most people identify as a race problem. But it is not a race problem in as much as it is two distinct natures that are incompatible if justice, peace, and righteousness are the goals. So within this so-called race problem in the United States is the dilemma of the formidable influence and interference of the wicked families of the synagogue of Satan. Again, these sick demons, and that's what I'm calling them, and that's what they are. They incite hatred among people through their mass media apparatus and through unjust and sinister policies coming through their paid-for career politicians. Now, what politicians are these? Well, consider the devastating effects of Joseph Biden's infamous 1994 crime law on black families. How many millions of black families have had their lives derailed, never to recuperate, by this sinister crime, mass as law? You pass a law that corrals us in prisons galore when we receive no justice, no payment for our 400 years of suffering. And then in the meantime, you always hatching social engineering schemes to get us caught up in the crimes that you developed, and then you heap on us, and then turn around and throw us in jail or in prison for falling victim to your wicked schemes. So although many black people today are not only willing to forgive and forget, but to even vote for this demonic politician, the Almighty God is not. So Allah's basement of these diabolical leaders among the Caucasian people is underway. And there's nothing that no one can do to stop it. Now, nearly all religious scholars agree that this hour that we read from the Holy Quran refers to the day of judgment, the day of reckoning, or the day of decision. They all mean the same, the last days. Now, let us deal with the concept of the day of decision. Well, this is what judgment is. It is a decision rendered by those in position to judge. Well, who are those? Well, every human being is in the judgment seat when it comes to how they perceive those who have caused them harm, especially unnecessary harm. Generally, Caucasian people and black people must come to terms with the control of the satanic families of the synagogue of Satan. They control the U.S. citizens, the way we think, through the mass news media, and control our behavior through systems of government, and therefore control our lives. So coming to grips or to terms with this reality is a prerequisite for the survival of both black and Caucasian people. Well, why is this? Well, neither one, black or Caucasian, can get to the next stage of Allah's plan, which hopefully we'll want, until we recognize that we have a common enemy, the enemy who foments hatred among people. It is also mandatory that we come to terms with the cause or source of the drastic pestilence, COVID-19, and the natural disasters of severe rain, drought, fires, cold, and snow that have and will continue to descend upon the United States in unprecedented ways. That means ways that we have never seen before. Athletes always want to go forth to break some kind of record. Well, Allah's chastisement upon this nation is a perpetual record-breaking affair until we get the point.